With students back in school, both presidential candidates agree education is a key to getting our economy back on track and our competitive edge back on top of the world. But they differ dramatically in the way to get there. Clinton would increase federal spending on education, and Trump would take funds away from Washington, giving it back to parents in the form of school vouchers. So, Sabrina, who's got it right?
Well, Donald Trump has it right this time. Expanding educational freedom is always a good thing. He's talked a little bit about charter schools, and we've seen the effect of charter schools in states like Michigan, which has seen a savings of about 20% and a 20% fewer kids per teacher. So these are all good things. Of course, I think the best thing and the better option is to expand educational freedom entirely, create a marketplace. That's a much better option.
All right. Well, Bruce, I got to say, the amount of money that we as taxpayers are spending on the federal role in education is extraordinary. We've gone from $14 billion in 1980 to $87 billion. Now, I got to mention, this is not inflation adjusted, so the 1980 figure would be about $40 billion today, but it's still double what it started as. Go ahead.
Well, spending on education is generally a good thing, but my issue with Trump and the charter schools is charter schools are such a mixed bag. And matter of fact, the charter school that he had his little campaign event in Cleveland, they were failing on their reading and their math scores. So in some states they do well, in some states they do well. I mean, and I also question the Breitbach managing of that photo op. But.
Well, but Steve, overall, I think most Americans that have kids who are old enough to remember what it used to be like would agree things have slid. We got an incredible statistic, by the way. Only 37% of high school seniors are prepared for college-level math and reading. We're spending all this money, and this is what we get?
Yes, David. Now you can understand why the kids who do go to college, more than half don't graduate even after 6 years. They're not getting the education. This is all about the unions, which treat students the way the VA treats veterans. Veterans Administration hospitals treat veterans. It's a scandal. So the more you can get out to parents, more control you can get parents out of the unions, the better.
And, John, there are two very powerful unions. The NEA, which is a huge union that has a lot of hooks inside the Beltway, and then there's the AFT, the American Federation of Teachers. There's the president of it. Between these two unions, it's so hard to get any meaningful change because they don't want to do a thing. They don't want to move power from Washington back to the localities.
Yeah, they don't like change, but I'm also one of these people who thinks that both presidential candidates vastly overstate the role of education in our economy. I don't think it's terribly relevant, but my main thing is running for president, you should say one thing. I am running for president. Education is a local matter. I have nothing to say. I wish someone would say that.
All right, well, let's drill down at least a little bit because Donald Trump talked specifically about a new program. He'd take $20 billion out of the federal budget and give it back to the localities in terms of vouchers and some other things. EMAC, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it would go also for private parochial schools, maybe a public school.
Right.
Excuse me, I have a niece who's the principal of a charter school, Regina Joan Loftus. That's a sex academy here in New York City. And she's given me information about it. What's interesting, this is really a civil rights issue. Black families are lining up to be chosen via lottery for their kids to get into charter schools. 80% of the families live below the poverty line in many localities. You know, Stanford University has looked at this too, David. They get less funding per student. But watch this. The teachers, this is why it's a teacher's issue too. They can double their salary with pensions and bonuses. And that's why the teachers union is against it. Because the charter schools give these teachers incentives. They could double their salaries working there.
So, Rich, this proposal of Donald Trump might do two things. One, pull out some of this power of the unions, and two, give localities, give parents more control over how to spend their money.
Yeah, and for those two reasons, it should be supported. Look, Hillary Clinton is against charter schools. Look where Chelsea Clinton went to school, Sidwell Friends, the elite institution in the Washington, D.C. area. You don't have to drive more than 5 miles to come upon some of the more blighted areas of Washington, D.C., where the public schools are a wreck, and the parents are desperate for charter schools, which are opposed.
Hold on a second. I just want to give Bruce a chance to get back. He's holding up one side. Bruce, the bottom line is she had that choice. Poor people usually don't have that choice. Wouldn't it be better to give poor people the same kind of options that middle class and wealthy people have?
Well, in Chicago, which I don't want to defend the education system
here. I used
to
teach in Chicago, by the way. I taught junior high there, so I know that school system very well. They got a lot of problems.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
They do. But and the Clintons' buddy Rahm Emanuel has tried to fund more charter schools, but the charter schools here just have not performed very well.
Wait.
That's besides the point.
No, they triple or double their test scores.
Hold on a second. We have to go, but we can't leave this segment without talking about somebody who's going to have a very deep interest in school and education. He hasn't so far in his life. John Tamney has a new baby named Claire, born this past. That's why John couldn't be here last week. John, congratulations. A beautiful baby. I can see in her eyes already the interest in what the Fed is up to.
Yeah, and she won't care about education also.
All right.